just because me, D'Lo, and Ant had some numbers don't mean anything. This is not about 3 people and another 12 or people everyone wants to talk about. No, we're all 15. We're a family. We say we're a family. We come in huddle and talk like we're a family. So.
And shove it right up your ass. I don't run from demons. I just beat the shit out of them.
Kick those demons' asses.
Kick those demon asses. Absolutely. Yeah, we are here. We are back. My name is Fuzzy. Wow, that audience really abruptly quit there. I'm really happy that you guys want to hear what I have to say today, because I've been having I'll just throw it out there right away, kind of having a bad day. But it's okay. We'll just keep on going. We keep on trucking. We keep kicking those demons' asses, like John Moxley said. And like I was saying before I interrupted myself, is that this is FuzzJockRadio. I am one of your hosts, Fuzzy. We have a Hest all the way out in California, and his name is
C-Dubs.
And then we also have another Hest all the way up in the cities. That's what we like to say down in the southern Minnesota, the cities. All the cities together are one word with the cities, and that is
Damon.
Damon.
Thanks for having me, gentlemen.
Damon's back. Damon
Welcome
is back. We've had you before, haven't we? Had Damon?
Yeah. You guys were gracious enough to have me on once before.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, gosh, it was a good year ago at least.
Good year ago at least. I was gonna say, I wanted to say, before the pandemic, but I actually think it was during the pandemic.
Yeah, it was during it,
which has been going on for a long time. But I digress. This is not a COVID podcast. This is a sports podcast brought to you by Fuzz Talk Radio, our sponsor. Well, not sponsor, but our Fuzz Talk Radio parent company, Fuzz Talk Radio, which has music playing 24 hours, 7 days a week when we are not on the air. And then there's also other shows like Dagger Radio, hosted by Dagger Chuck, and The Rabbit Hole on Thursdays. Ooh, I'm really happy I didn't forget that.
Mankato to Motown.
Mankato to Motown actually is not around anymore. It has stopped. And Nate at Night is going, or Nate Rock Cato is going to figure out a new format.
Ooh.
But I have to talk to him about that first, and then hopefully I'm going to be able to get the old recordings of Mankato to Motown and be able to replay them. DJ Shoba has shows every once in a while called the Dynamic Digs as well. But this is not an advertisement for Fuzz Talk Radio. This is, once again, Fuzz Jock Radio, a sports podcast. And we start this podcast off with, how are you guys doing? What's going on? What's happening, C-Dubs? How's your week been, huh?
I had a really good week.
I'm just like
the coffee.
I don't know what's going on. Is it the coffee?
It's the coffee.
Oh boy.
But I had a really good week.
Okay, good.
We had a friend who just got a job here in LA stay with us for a few days. It was really nice to see her.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did some karaoke we had like a karaoke machine at a friend's house, and we did that, and that was really fun.
That's right. You sent me a link to a karaoke machine that you want to buy, and that's because you didn't tell me it was because you saw one the other day, and you're like, oh man, I need one too.
Yeah, I need to use that was fun. That was really fun to use.
Karaoke, Damon. What do you think about that? Huh?
Well, I'm not really the biggest singer, but it's fun to watch. I'm sure C-Dubs kills it. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Channeling some Style Biters energy into some 80s pop songs,
Well, the last time that Charles was in Mankato, he did karaoke and he hurt himself. He was
hurt my shoulder.
Who hurts themselves doing karaoke? You know what I mean?
Someone who's doing a headstand while also singing at the same time. Yeah, that's who hurts themselves doing karaoke.
That's how that goes. Damon, how have you been since the last time we talked to you? What's going on?
I've been good. I actually ended up getting a new job since the last time I was on the show, so that's been keeping me busy. It's been going really well. It's kind of still in that technology, information technology field. And we've been upgrading a bunch of our links over the last couple of weeks. We're putting in some 10G links and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. We're really like speeding up the office computers. So it's a good time.
That's always fun. I love technology and speeding things up. That's awesome. And what we'll do here is speed up the episode into the first topic. How about that? How was that transition, huh, guys?
What a
Did you like
transition.
that?
Are you ready for
That was
the
amazing.
football?
Yeah, sometimes, Damon, I have such a hard time going from transitions. I'm like, I forget what I usually say right now at the moment, but it's not quality. It's not professional. It's more very, very amateur.
You just got to do it. You just,
Well, I mean, we're 86 episodes in, so I think that we are trying to do it.
Yeah.
Just like Joe Burrow likes to do it on the field.
Hell yeah.
That transition. You like that, guys? Joe Burrow, the hot phenom of the Bengals quarterback. He's hot. Like, he's a good-looking guy. Joe Burrow
You can
tied.
call him Joe Cool.
They should call him Joe Cool if they don't already. He tied Warren Moon for the most times sacked in a playoff game. He's so hot.
But usually that
he
sounds
gets
bad, right?
Sacked. Yeah, that's really bad. So what's up
But
with this?
he's so good, he overcame all of that. That's how hot he is. He got sacked 9 times and won his playoff game.
Whoa, Damon, what do you think about that? A quarterback you know a little bit about football, right?
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
sacked means?
Oh,
When a
yeah.
quarterback gets sacked. And then they're like, sacked for 10 yards loss, right? That's usually what they say, right?
I think it just shows how much of a stand-up dude he is, because he took those tackles to save his teammates so they could push on and get him through the game.
You know, that's
He's like, no, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to look at it. Instead of just throwing the ball away, he's taking that sack. He's taking those hits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Stand in that pocket trying to make that play.
go ahead.
I think he was hitting the defensive guys back too. I think he was wearing them out on purpose. I think that's what was going on.
There you go.
Hey,
See, this is why we have people like Damon as Hess. People like Damon. What type of person are you like, Damon? Do you know? Oh, jeez, Fuzz, what are you doing? Okay.
Don't like beards.
So you have a great beard, by the way.
that's a fantastic
The
beard.
only reason why I wish we would have a video for the listeners at home is so they could see Damon's beard. That would be the only. Maybe we can make the title card just Damon's beard this week.
That's the episode name right there. Just Damon's beard.
Just Damon's beard.
All right, I'm cool with it.
I'm gonna be thinking about that all night now. Shoot, where were we? So he got sacked, and then he won. He won. He was playing for the Bengals.
Yes.
So what was the score? Did I not put that in there in the notes?
19-16.
19-16. Oh, there, right on top there. 19-16. Yep. See, I did the notes today, so.
So one of the interesting things about this is, a lot of people like to talk about how a game was won, defense, offense. This weekend was very interesting because this game was won on special teams.
Okay.
The kicker, their rookie kicker, kicked 3 first half field goals to have them lead the games 9-6. Also, they call his name is Evan McPherson. They call him Money Mac.
Oh yeah, Money Mac.
A kicker with a nickname. I love it.
So the kicker won. The kicker won this game.
Yeah, they scored a touchdown, but this was even on Tennessee's side. They kicked a lot of field goals too. So this was a special teams heavy game.
That's cool.
Which is interesting because that's not how it usually goes.
Yeah, it doesn't. Usually defense wins games. And so they won, like we said, 19-16, and Cincinnati was the away team.
Yes.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So then playoff games, the San Francisco beat the Aaron Rodgers Green Bay Packers 13-10. Should we get right into it right away?
Let's get into that.
Let's get right into it. Yeah, so great game. Jimmy Garoppolo went 11 of 19 for 131 yards and 1 interception. Not a really great stats.
But he still beat the MVP Aaron Rodgers.
Who was 27 for 44, 303 yards? And
No. He was 20 for 29, 225. No touchdowns from Aaron Rodgers in this game.
No Aaron Rodgers touchdowns. His pinky toe must have been hurting.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
So, like, Damon, during this whole playoffs, or no, not even during the playoffs, before the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers broke his toe.
Oh, really?
And it's been hurting.
Oh, poor guy.
And I've had this theory. And, I have no evidence for this theory at all, right? But, like, I'm going to tell you the theory and tell you the conspiracy of what's going on with this broken toe. Is that... and I can do this because everybody else gets to fucking throw out theories and have conspiracies, right? Like, this motherfucker's been on Joe Rogan talking about misinformation about the COVID and whatnot, and it's just been a piece of shit. You hear about that? Have you heard about that, Damon?
No, I can't say I have.
Oh, man. Aaron Rodgers has been a big piece of shit. And been talking about he's like best friends with Joe Rogan and has been hearing all this and spouting out all this misinformation about how about COVID and whatnot, and like how he's not going to get the vaccine, and he lied to the fans saying that he was vaccinated by saying that he was immunized, but he really wasn't immunized, and his coaches knew and the NFL knew, but then all of a sudden it came out as that nobody else knew, and he was lying about it, and then became a big whole ordeal, and then he hurt his toe, and then it never healed. And my conspiracy is that he got COVID, right? We all know he got it. Mm-hmm. His toe's not healing, and he lost the fucking playoff game because his toe's not healing because he got COVID and he's not healing from it.
He's got COVID toes.
He has COVID toes.
He got long toevid.
Long COVID, very good.
Wow. I mean, yeah, no, it's been horrible. Like, it's been like the NFL's, and he didn't even get fined. Like, he got fined like something that was like really little amount compared to like all these other players for other things. And
someone in the NBA got fined more money for not tucking in their jersey than Rodgers did for lying about having COVID and breaking all the protocols, which is just really weird.
Bottom line, and also Aaron Rodgers came out this last week saying that he wasn't really sure about the election being real, or like that Biden actually won.
Oh boy,
he talked some shit about Biden too.
And then he was like, "Oh yeah, apparently he got however many million of votes."
And now he lost, and he lost this game.
Yep. And which is funny because now that makes him 0-4 against the 49ers in the playoffs. So he's lost to Kaepernick and Jimmy Garoppolo multiple times.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So this also means that they're probably going to be Green Bay is going to be going into a rebuilding year because, Damon, before the season even started, Aaron Rodgers did not want to talk about playing for the Green Bay at all. Like, he didn't go to preseason. He was having a big issue about like wanting to play because of the whole vaccination shit, and he's like basically saying fuck Green Bay. So they gave him a bunch of money to work with to get more players, and now they're over like something like $54 million in their cap, and they lost, and they didn't get the Super Bowl, and now they have to release tons and tons of players. And it's great.
We're gonna finally watch the Packers not have a top level quarterback for the first time in 30, 40 years. That'll be very nice.
So. Rodgers
so shit's really rolling downhill, huh?
Yeah.
For them, yeah.
And it's all because because of Aaron Rodgers, who is
it's all Rodgers,
who is a vaccine denier person. Rodgers is now 0-4 in his playoff career against the 49ers, and once again has come up short of a Super Bowl after an MVP caliber regular season.
Just justice. Proves it's a team game.
Yeah, LA beat Tampa Bay 30-27, and that means that
Tom Brady
lost as well. And Tom Brady is like the GOAT quarterback of the NFL. Everybody loves, well, not loves, but everybody knows that Tom's like Michael Jordan.
He got ejected from the playoffs.
LA lost 4 fumbles in the game. Stafford completed 28 of 38 attempts for 366 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. That was a great game. And it was good to see Brady not move on. I was like, if Green Bay won, I wanted Brady to win so he could beat Rodgers. But
yeah, that was the like that game was so interesting because the Rams came out and dominated for the first 3 quarters until Brady was able to be Brady and brought him back. But it was Stafford led the Rams to the drive that had the kick that won the game.
And then, Damon, what do you think? Do you have any questions? I forgot to mention to you, Damon, that if you do have any questions, just interrupt us and let us know.
Okay.
Okay.
Just jump in there.
Yeah, just jump in because I know that I see that you're like trying to get our attention and we keep speeding through this, and I don't want to do that to you.
Oh no, it's all good. I'm just basking in the warmth of Tom Brady losing.
Right.
Like that, I just always enjoy that.
Yeah, the third quarter he came back. But yeah, they ended up losing. Buffalo Kansas City game ended up.
Oh my God, best game ever.
At the very end. All those people that like to say that other sports you have to just watch the last quarter. Well, just like these games, you have to watch just the last quarter and you'll have fun. Bills were winning, and then they lost it. And then they were winning, and then they lost it. And then they're winning, and then 12 seconds left, and they lost it.
Unbelievable job by both quarterbacks.
Yeah, the game went into overtime. You know what overtime is, Damon?
No. I mean, yeah, I'm just kidding.
Well, no. It's when games end regulation time and they're tied. And then they don't want to end on a tie, so then they go over into overtime.
And then the special time starts.
Yeah, special time. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Overtime.
Yeah.
Now, if you start calling it special time,
yeah,
people get pretty special in overtime usually.
Yeah,
they get kind of excited, don't they?
So the Bills,
it's a whole new game.
Damon, the Bills have not won a playoff, or no? How does it go? They haven't won a playoff. C-dubs, is that how it goes? Tell them how. What's the Bills?
No, that was Cincinnati. Cincinnati hadn't won a playoff game.
No, why is like Colin, like our friend Colin? Why is he?
Oh, they lost those 4 Super Bowls in a row, and then they haven't had much success until just these last 2 years. And last year they lost in the AFC Championship game, and this year they didn't even make it to the AFC Championship game.
They lost.
So they just keep almost getting there.
4 since Colin, our friend Colin from that band. He's like a Buffalo kid.
Yeah,
Bills,
he's from there.
Right. So like since he was a kid, they've gone to the Super Bowl 4 times and lost each time. And then now
consecutive too.
Yeah, and now they're dealing with it in the playoffs.
Yeah, I totally remember
Bills.
that. They kept getting beat by the Cowboys for 3 years, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
2 by the Cowboys, 1 by the Washington. I'm trying to remember who the other was. Maybe it was Washington again. Maybe it was 2-2.
But yeah, it was looking like they were going to win this game, and they were ahead by a touchdown and a field goal, and with 12 seconds left in the game, and they tied it up, and Kansas City tied it up, and then they went overtime. Kansas City won the coin toss, and they got a touchdown and they won. And that was it. It was dumb. I don't like that overtime rule.
Should be a full overtime.
So Damon,
is different in the playoffs? It's like sudden death.
It shouldn't be though. It should. I don't think there should be sudden death in overtime.
well, explain to what's going on. Okay, so in overtime, what happens for football in the playoff, well, in any time, is that the first touchdown wins the game. If they get a field goal, okay, so like they do the coin toss, Kansas City gets the win, that gets the coin toss, and they trudge down the field and they get a field goal. That will make it so then the other team, the Bills, would be able to get a try. And they do a kickoff, and the Bills, if they get a field goal, then it's tied, and then keep going until somebody doesn't get a field goal, unless somebody gets a touchdown. So that means that the first team that gets the ball and they get a touchdown, they just will win the game. The other team doesn't get a chance to try.
I think a good way to explain why that's unfair is it's the same as like if you were at a baseball game and the team scored at the top of the inning and then they just called it, and the other team never gets a chance at rebuttal. That's the whole point of why baseball works the way it does. Is that you always get a rebuttal.
That's the problem, is that there is no rebuttal to what's going on right now. And so Kansas City won. That's all right.
Still good game.
Really good game. The graphic that I'm seeing right now should have been a little bit further up, but doesn't matter.
It's very graphic.
There is a so-called Cousins curse. And that Cousins curse is that no team has ever lost to Kirk Cousins and gone on to play in the Super Bowl. So the Seahawks haven't gone and won the Super Bowl. Detroit hasn't gone and won the Super Bowl or played the Super Bowl. Carolina, Chargers, Steelers, Bears, and Green Bay.
That's just who beat this season.
Okay, so the Vikings are in a rebuilding series. Green Bay is going to be in the rebuilding series. Rebuilding series? Season. Is that the right word? Season. Series?
No. Now I'm all confused. Now all I want to say is series.
Vikings are in a rebuilding series. Green Bay is in a rebuilding series. The Bears are the Bears, and the Lions are the Lions. So that means that we're going to have horrible football for quite a while.
Worst division in football.
Well, at least everybody's going to be on the same level.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a question of Deshawn Watson came up. Damon, remember Deshawn Watson?
Yeah, he's the guy who has like 22 sexual assault accusations against him.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, and the people are trying to link him to the Vikings right now, and I think that's a huge moronic mistake.
Yeah,
to even be linked in that conversation.
Well, they're trying to get him to come to the Vikings. They're trying to. What's going on here?
No.
Okay, so the Vikings, Damon. The Vikings are in a rebuilding series, right? Which means that they fired their GM and they fired their head coach, which means that everybody underneath the head coach probably got fired too, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're clearing house.
And the person that picks the quarterbacks and the players to play on the team are the GM and the head coach. And so right now, there's neither of those. And Kirk Cousins is currently our quarterback, who's under contract, but there's a lot of fans that are also saying that he should leave too. And like the whole shebang should leave. And now this... Go ahead.
Like just turn over the whole team.
Yeah, just turn over the whole team.
Wow. Okay.
And then this dude from ESPN said that he's thinking that since they're going to turn over the whole team, this Deshaun Watson is the biggest sleeper. Sources tell me the biggest sleeper is in Deshaun Watson sweepstakes. He has no trade clause, would be at least consider waiving it to play Minnesota. But
I don't want that.
fuck that. Oh, like I mean, I don't want that either.
Yeah.
If this dude has 22,000 sex scandals under his belt, like, no, I don't want them either, right? Is that what you're saying that he has? If he's nothing but trouble, we don't need that.
Absolutely not.
At the same time, what I'm trying to say is that we don't have a GM or a coach.
Yeah.
So who's out there fucking saying this shit? This Jordan Schultz, this ESPN insider,
making stuff up.
Who is he talking to? That's his insider that has inside information of who the next quarterback's going to be, or that they're even going to go
to a coach.
Because there's nobody to talk to. Who's the insider?
Is it him?
Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
It's not
self-appointed insider.
It can't be, right? It can't be a player, because a player won't have that inside information of what's going on with the future of the team. And
I think I know who it is.
What? Who? The owner?
Paul Allen.
Paul Allen. Yeah.
Extended family member Paul Allen probably told him. Just making stuff up. I think that's definitely who it is.
I gotta say, PA, if you're listening,
which we know you are,
make it up about something more better. Like, we don't want that type of news coming our way. Oh, they're looking at this fucking sex offender. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's just
Baseball is fun again in Minnesota.
I'm sorry, Damon. I interrupted you. What's that?
Amateur. I was just gonna say, just like, keep it at like partying too hard and getting DUIs and stuff. Nothing weird, just like the usual Viking stuff.
We need to get done with that. We're done with that. We're turning the whole boat over.
I love it.
Baseball
Everybody on their best behavior.
Again in Minnesota.
I'm not going to explain why. That's funny. If you get that joke, you get that joke.
Love boat.
Baseball is not fun again in Minnesota. You know why, Damon? Because it's cold. And we don't play baseball in Minnesota when it's cold. It's winter. There's snow. Can you imagine? Hitting the ball in this weather? And then going into the outfield, and then, you'd probably get extra bases normally, because it would roll past the outfielder, but in the snow, it'll just stop. So the outfielder will be able to get it and throw you out right away. That's not fun.
Yep. But can you imagine the slide from like third base, all the way?
Would you bring a sled? Baseball with sleds, so you can slide into the bases.
That would be awesome.
That would be that's something to think about. Maybe snowball.
I like that.
Oh, we gotta, yeah. If I was a little bit more athletic, we got a fucking sport ready. Oh,
ruined.
But also, baseball is not fun because of a little lockout. That is still happening. They met again today, but I didn't really see any information. And there's going to be negotiations tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So what's going on, Damon?
Are we even allowed to talk about baseball? With the podcasters union and stuff?
Not really. No.
Okay. All right. Okay. I just don't want to get in trouble.
No, but the basics are they lost the key, and the owners are being who they are. They're being owners, right? They're being owners. That's about all you can say. I'm not going to say much.
I actually did get to go to Target Field for the first time recently, and I gotta say it was pretty cool. It wasn't for baseball, so I think it's safe to discuss.
Yeah, what did you do?
It was like a little like trade show kind of thing there.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. It's cool spot downtown, and like a really cool ballpark.
Have you been to that ballpark before?
No, it was my first time.
Wow. Yeah, isn't that nice?
It's really cool. Like when you're like in there, it seems like it's like nice and compact and like right downtown. It looks gigantic on TV.
Yeah, it does.
Like it just looks huge.
Isn't it really neat how like it is like you said, just downtown, and it just opens up? Like I'm just kind of dumbfounded because it's an open air, open air field.
Yeah.
You just went recently?
Yeah.
During the winter here?
Yeah, during the winter.
you need to go check it out during the summer. Because that green just pops in the middle of that metro. Absolutely. Like
Yeah,
even if you just walk by it, it just feels fantastic in the middle of the metro during a fucking hot summer day. Grab yourself a lemonade and with some ice, and just go walking. Walk by that Twin Stadium. It's really nice. I like it.
Yeah,
When I used to live in
definitely check that out.
When I used to live in North Minneapolis, I would walk sometimes to the stadium, and I would just stroll on down. I lived like straight one block or one road down, so I just followed the same road all the way, a couple blocks. Just got there, walked up, used the machine to buy a ticket, rolled up, sat in the top, just because I could. Didn't have any plan to go. I just would be like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna go to the game.
Yeah,
and it's a beautiful stadium for just doing that, for just hanging out at.
Yeah.
I've even gone there just for dinner before. I've brought people who are downtown. We were like, let's go get some. They have special Pizza Luce pizza there. So I was like, let's just go get some special Pizza Luce pizza. $8 ticket, walk in, eat food, enjoy the rest of the game, and leave.
They have their memorabilia shop right there too, and you can just be like, oh, I don't have a Twins hat or a Twins jersey or something to wear to the game. Well, I'm strolling up, get my $8 ticket, grab a quick shirt from the shop, and just get going. Just like you could go to FuzzTalkShop.com and purchase your Fuzz Talk or Fuzz Jock merchandise, like a T-shirt or a hoodie, or we got mugs for coffee and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can get a cup.
Yeah, a bunch of different types of merch. So the next time you tune into Fuzz Talk Radio or Fuzz Jock Radio, you can put on your official Hest shirt with your Fuzz Jock Radio mug, something like that. FuzzTalkShop.com. We don't have any sponsors to run this shit. We just try to sell our merchandise. Oh, and then we're going to basketball.
FuzzJock Radio.
Did you guys like that transition? That was good, huh?
Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it. Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it. Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it.
Fuzz Talk Radio, Fuzz Jock Radio.
FuzzJock Radio.
Always that one little bit right there at the end, Damon, that I forget about. I'm glad that I put this in the notes. I got the calendar, guys. The links start May 6th, Friday, May 6th at 9 p.m. against Seattle.
Ooh.
So we have that to look forward to. Oh,
Seattle Storm.
man, I choked on something while I was doing that flip there. Something got into my mouth. I think it's a bug.
The paper.
A bug during this season? Yeah, so they'll be playing Seattle on the 6th of May, Washington on the 8th of May. It's coming up soon. Spring is right around the corner, guys. I don't know what if you have plans, but I suggest getting some seeds so you can plant your garden. Get your garden ready. It's about that time. The last frost is upon us soon. It's like 7 weeks away, guys. It's like only 7 weeks away.
Yeah, I was going to say only like 2 months. It's right around the corner.
Yeah, I don't know if you look at your herbologies or anything like that. That's legalese for plants and stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You're absolutely right. Now is the time to get prepared, because when it catches you last minute, you're like, maybe next year. Mm-hmm. And now it's next year. So
yeah, and just get like a little pot and put some dirt in it, get some seeds, and grow a tomato plant. It's that easy. Honestly. Like, it's that easy. I did it last year. It was great. And right now is about the time to start thinking about it.
yeah, I've been trying hot peppers for the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah. Sweet peppers for me. And tomatoes. And cucumbers. I made a lot of cucumbers this last year. I made them.
Oh, really? Oh, delicious.
They're easy to grow.
Update.
So that was our Timberwolves, Carl Anthony Towns Timberwolves update sound. Damon, did you like that?
Yeah, that was very nice. Did you put that together?
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you put it together.
And
Great job.
it's not a Timberwolf. It's like a cougar sound. No,
Because a cat.
Because it's a cat, like Carl Anthony Towns,
Towns,
K-A-T. They call him Cat.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So just so you're not confused by being like, oh, it's Timberwolves, and they don't know that that's actually a cat sound. Well, I know that it's a cat. It's a big cat because like it's Carl. You know, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it totally works.
The Timberwolves have they've been doing great. They've been doing great in their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, in their last 10 games, they've only lost 3. So
7-3.
that's great.
Since the big 3 are back.
Go. I need to go take care of this.
Yep. Since the big 3 are back, Damon. So our main 3 players, because the Timberwolves have never had really the big 3 ever. They actually have a big 3 right now. They have a center and a point guard. Like they have what you need, 3 giant all-stars, and they have them in this team right now. And they were all out with COVID for like a month. And so we got a lot of losses during that time. And since they've come back, and before that, they were winning a whole bunch. And since they've had those losses, they've come back with the big 3 and just taken over again. And they're beating quality teams that normally kick our butt, like Clippers and Thunder, Rockets, Pelicans, Golden State. I mean, these are teams that usually eat us alive, and we've been able to hold our own and be a good team against them. We're actually 500. I don't remember the last time the Wolves were 500 this deep in a season.
Well, that's a good point. I was going to say that they've been flirting with 500 back and forth with it, but like, no, you're right. With this deep in the season, I don't know of a team that's been this good. And with in the NBA, if you're around 500, over 500, you're in the playoffs. So I'm back. By the way. I don't know. I had like some stuff that came into my coffee mug and like got to the back of my throat and was like, it was weird. I didn't like it. It was choking me. And I don't
know. Well, don't choke on your coffee.
Where are we at?
Yeah, you gotta take care of number 1.
Where are we at, guys? Eastern Conference, we're at 500. Yep, we're at 500. Denver is just above us, 24-21. Los Angeles is below us, 23-24.
We're better than LA, better than Lakers.
Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, Cat and Ant, Cat and Ant and D'Lo are our 3 players, but they like to say that it's not about the 3 of them; it's about the 2 of them, or it's about the whole team. It's a family.
They're family.
But, yeah.
But the big 3 definitely help.
Okay, where is... did you know about Ant? You knew about Cat, right, Damon?
Yeah, did you know we have a guy named Ant?
Did you know that we had a guy named Ant?
He was our first-round pick 2 years ago, and he's this freaking all-star. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's really fun. If you ever have time, Damon, I recommend looking up... his name is Anthony Edwards, and look up Anthony Edwards interviews. He is one of the funniest dudes. He's great. He's like 19 years old, and he's just fucking hilarious. He's really funny. What I'm trying to do is do this. We all know what that sound means, or what this jingle is. It's time for the
Buzz Question of the Week.
This when I ask. Oh, I finished it out here. This is when I ask the host a question, and then they answer it with their opinion. Answer, right? So does that make sense? So I have a question that I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask you guys, Damon. And then you guys will answer it individually, and you won't get a point for it or anything. It's just give me your opinion of what's going to happen, right? And then the reason why. Like, answer it and then give us the reason why you think that.
Extrapolate.
And then we don't discuss it. We just move on. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'll ask you a question, you answer, then extrapolate, and then we move on. The Fuzz question of the week is, when the ownership of the Timberwolves go to Alex Rodriguez, how many years do you think it will be before he moves the Timberwolves? Damon.
Ooh. Oh, man. I think within 5 years.
5 years. And why do you think that?
Because you can't take the winners. Like, it's, they're going to become like the, Brooklyn Wolves or something,
C-Dubs.
Yes.
Same question.
I think somewhere 4 or 5 years, because they'll start looking good, and then they'll be able to move them because they'll be a good team. Someone will want them.
Okay.
Question of the week.
Oops, I did that wrong. Sorry, I interrupted you. And that was our
Question of the week.
Our Fuzz question of the week. We're just amateur hours over here, Damon, and it's not because you're here. It's because that's what we do. That's how we do this.
How we do.
That's how we do it. I don't know how to make myself more professional. Like I try. I do try. Like I try sometimes, guys. Like sometimes I try. I don't like not all the time. I don't think I try all the time because that's a lot of times to try. But like sometimes I try to be professional, but a lot of times it comes off amateur, and I apologize. But here we go.
What is slashing?
Slashing is like that,
At least I try, guys. Right? Like, give me something here. Give me something.
Yeah, you
here.
gotta try.
Yeah, you do great.
You gotta try
great
like
job.
the Wild do.
Damon.
You're doing like the common man's take on sports. You're even more common man than the common man.
Whoa! We try not to say that name. I'm gonna have to edit this.
A dude's dude.
I'm gonna have to edit this. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to blur some words out.
Blur some lines.
We are into NHL. We're gonna move on. Just keep on moving on. Wow. Damon. The Wild have been doing not that great, but now they're doing great again. Like tonight's game ended 8-2. They just fucking kicked the shit out of the other team's asses. Right?
I mean,
Wow.
Krill's
Like not
Krill's
even, it's
already
more
at
like a
100
football score.
points.
Do you know who Krill is, Damon? He's our phenom, like kind of like rookie player, like Anthony Edwards. Like so, Damon. The way the Timberwolves and the Wild have been working is almost in tandem. Like they both this season have picked, or like last season, this season picked up newer players
That are young.
and coaches, and players that are young, and they're like the same team almost, is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird. The Wild are 24-10 right now, with 61 points, which is the highest in the Central Division. Yeah, it's great. The sports in Minnesota right now has been a lot of fun, other than the lockout of the baseball
And the Vikings.
and the Vikings. But,
Yeah, no. That's the perennial disappointment, huh?
but
It's great to hear the Timberwolves are doing good, though. I know they were having a tough couple of years there.
dude, they got a new coach that knows how. And it's his first time being a head coach, but he's an older coach compared to the last coach they had, which was Flip Saunders' son. And this Finch is a leader. He looks like a dad. He looks like a head coach he looks like a dad to the guys, and that you can tell that they respect him a lot. And then they got Kat, who's been with the team forever, And then they finally listened to him and got his best friend D'Lo over to the team. And then they picked up Anthony Edwards, who was the phenom rookie. And then they have support teams, support around them. Vanderbilt, who's almost looking like Dennis Rodman with his defense and rebounding skills. And McDaniels, who can shoot threes. Beasley, who can fucking shoot the lights out with threes. And it's a fun team to watch. And they're all really young. And you can tell that they're all having fun. And you can tell that they're all having like family experiences. And sorry to get away from the NHL and go into the Timberwolves again, but yeah, this is a great team to watch. And with COVID, Karl Anthony Towns lost 8 of his family members, and so you can tell that he really needs the support of some type of family around him. And it looks like that coach being the dad, and his friends around him being his teammates. It's a really neat thing to see, and it's heartwarming almost to watch the Timberwolves.
It's really nice
because they look like they're all having fun and they're all friends, and eventually it'll be all business at the end. But right now it's fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back to hockey. The Wild.
So the Wild just got their starting goaltender back tonight.
Okay.
And when they were in their gap of doing bad that I was doubting them a few weeks ago, they were having their backup goalie taking over, and he wasn't that good to start with. And since then, he's been amazing. So he, in a lot of these games that they're winning like 6-2 and stuff like that, it's their backup goalie who's actually been helping them. But it just goes to show this young team, all they need is just use their speed and have the goal, guy between the pipes. That's it. They're fantastic right now.
Well, like having that goal. What's that goalie's name? You didn't say his name.
Talbot is the starter. Kakkonen is the backup.
But, who came back?
Talbot just came back.
Talbot came back, who's a veteran player. So it shows that it means a lot for these young players to have a veteran on the ice with them. Mm-hmm. So they have confidence that when they're going fast, they don't have to worry about screwing up because they have Talbot there to back them up, right? That's what that means. And so that means that it looks like they're looking like they're playing like they were in the beginning of the season when we're all really excited about excited about them. So
yes,
that's fun. That's a lot of fun. Damon, do you know much about?
Open wide for some soccer!
Soccer or other sports?
Other sports.
Or other sports.
Yeah.
Well, have you guys had a chance to go to the soccer stadium in St. Paul there, like right off 94 in Snelling?
No.
Alliance?
No. Have you?
Yeah. I haven't been in there, but I've been up pretty close to it. It's pretty cool. It looks like a giant UFO.
Oh yeah,
I've seen a lot of videos. It looks beautiful.
I need to go check it out. Have you seen the sports arenas that are popping up in Mankato?
No. Or you mean like the hockey day thing?
Well, yeah. Did you see the pictures of that? We didn't even talk about that. Did you see the pictures of that? That was really pretty.
Yeah, that was crazy.
No.
Well, and I know they just had the hockey day thing at Target Field too. One of my buddies was down there doing the setup. He's like a union stagehand.
Oh, cool.
And he said they had like, some world class ice maker guys there and stuff. And he said it was a insane setup, just setting really up cool. All the decks and the rinks outside and stuff. And so I saw Mankato and I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. They're doing it there too.
Yeah, no, the aerial footage of that looked really, really neat. The on the ground footage looked like it was really cold, and then the not indoor. It was indoors. It wasn't indoors. The tent thing that they had set up looked really crowded with bands, and no one wearing masks. So it looked a little worrisome. But I didn't go. I stayed home during the whole week. once again, this isn't a COVID podcast. I'm really worried that like maybe in a week or so we'll see another big spike in Mankato of COVID cases, but we'll see.
Well, you know what they say, just give it 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's what
We'll
they
see.
say. Give it 2 weeks. We got Olympic news. They're going to China, which we all know, I think. We haven't really talked about the Olympics a whole lot yet, I don't believe, but they are going to China despite the atrocities that China does to their citizens, right?
Mhm.
We can say that still, right? We're not owned by China media
No.
yet, right?
We're not trying to make money in China.
Well, no, like at the same time, whatever we're going through isn't owned by.
No, I'm just referencing the people who stay silent about China politics because they want to make money in China.
And I'm just referencing the joke of like China's going to own everything at some point anyway, so we got to watch our speech.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Oh,
No, I'm just
shit. No, so Bob Costas, who has been a reporter for the Olympics for a very long time with NBC, spoke out about the Olympics going to China. He said that the IOC deserves all of the disdain and disgust that comes their way for going back to China yet again, Costas said on CNN's Reliable Sources Sunday. I would anticipate NBC will acknowledge the issues at the beginning and then address them only if something specific that cannot be ignored happens during the course of the games. Great, Bob.
Well, I mean, they said NBC said they're going to cover it, and they said they're going to cover, you know.
Of course, they're going to cover it. There's so
Great,
much money in it.
But they're gonna only, like he said, they're only going to mention at the top of it, like, you know, well, the American players are actually, or the American Olympians are actually not, you know, representing America because we've pulled out.
Well,
that's the only time they'll mention it.
Well, yeah, that's what they do every year.
Yeah.
You know, like if like
Or
when
like
they
the
went
World
to,
Cup does too.
I mean, no, when they went to like Chile or South America, they like leading up to it, they were talking about how there was so much shit going on. Why are they going to that place? And then, you know, like
Russia.
and then you don't hear about it in Russia, and you know, like when they like everywhere they go, there's something like they spend all this money and don't spend it on where it needs to go. You know?
Yeah. The Olympics and FIFA are so corrupt.
And then NBC and corporations are also corrupt with not talking about the shit, you know?
Yep.
They're compliant as well, I think. Mm-hmm. And wow, ooh, I just my screen just started twitching on me. You gotta be careful what you talk about. No, well, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. As in, Bob wouldn't be saying this if he wasn't still on NBC.
But he's not on NBC.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he's saying. That's why he's saying it. And he's on CNN saying it, so CNN gets more fucking ratings and whatever, and have Bob saying shit about his old, you know, and it's all about ratings and it's all about money and not about people. And it's bad. I think it's bad. It's all bad, and they shouldn't be going to China. And all these reporters, have you heard about any of these? Do you know anybody going to China and reporting on the Olympics, Damon? Do you know anybody that would want to go? Because we lost. We should send somebody to China to report on the Olympics, Charles. Damon, what do you think about that?
Buy them burner phones and, like, you know,
Damon,
stuff like that.
Damon, I want Damon to answer this stuff. Damon, what do you think? Do you want to go to China and report on the Olympics for
the Olympic correspondent, the official Fuzz Talk Radio Olympic correspondent?
Yeah, the last time we had one, what was the event for? Fight Island.
Fight Island.
Oh yeah, the Dana White, the owner of UFC, since COVID started happening, he decided that he bought an island and then had a bunch of UFC wrestlers all living on this island and fight each other. And it was called Fight Island, and so we sent a correspondent down there, and we ended up losing him. But that's like, I don't know where he went. We haven't heard back from him. But
Jameis claims to have found him.
Well, Jameis just recently went on vacation to go find him, and Jameis really hasn't been back yet. But that's beside the point. What I'm trying to get at is, do you want to be our correspondent to go to China and report on the Olympics for FuzzJockRadio?
Yeah, I mean that sounds like a great time.
You'll have to use your own money. There's no money here involved.
Oh, get your own plane ticket.
Yep,
You basically just go and
report back.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
No security involved. It's safe over there, is what I hear.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, ish.
Okay, cool. We'll talk about this off camera, but fans, when we come back from break, because we're gonna be. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. But whatever.
It's at the top.
It's at the top.
Yep.
Did I even talk about it? Oh yeah, February 14th is our last day, and then we'll be back April 4th. So by April 4th, we'll have information from Damon about the Olympics in China. Hopefully, we'll talk about it after the show tonight, Damon. Okay?
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
We got this soundbite. So long, so I skip it. I skip a lot. Yeah, I that's something to look forward to next season. We're going to have new topic sounders. It's going to be great. They won't be very long and too loud. So this is leading into our AEW talk. AEW, Damon, do you know anything about AEW? And I'm sorry that I keep on asking you, do you know about this? Do you know about AEW?
It's wrestling, right?
Yeah.
It's real wrestling.
Yeah, without looking at the notes,
Okay.
did you know? Do you know anything about AEW?
No, but usually when the sport has like 3 letters like that, it's wrestling.
It's wrestling
for sure.
So
Yeah.
it's all elite wrestling, and it started up about 3 years ago, and it's run by a couple independent wrestlers and a couple wrestlers that used to be part of the WWE. You know about the WWE? Vince McMahon, the racist wrestling organization,
Sports entertainment
station. Well, there are some wrestlers. You know about independent circuits in wrestling? Did you know that in pro wrestling there's independent circuits?
No, I wasn't even aware of that.
So in pro wrestling, there's WWE, and then there's like New Japan Wrestling, NJW. And then there's like Impact Wrestling, and then there's NWA, and there's
GCW.
So
All Japan.
So all these different companies run by different people, and wrestlers, even WWE wrestlers, are independent contractors, and most of those wrestlers. Other than WWE wrestlers, who when they assign as an independent contractor, WWE wrestlers only can wrestle for WWE, and all their product of their character is owned by WWE. And then for all the other wrestlers and the independents can be independent, like regular independent contractors, and work for any of these other companies, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So WWE is special, where you get a special contract where it's, you're going to get the big bucks with WWE, but your product is owned by WWE, even though
your IP.
Even though you're an independent, because WWE has writers and they write for your wrestler character instead of you as a wrestler, as the independent contractor, providing your own character. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So some of the wrestlers that were ex-WWE wrestlers that wanted to have more control over their own storylines, and wrestlers in the independents that wanted to be closer to WWE as a product, but never wanted to be part of WWE, joined forces and created AEW. And 3 years later, they're beating WWE in a lot of the ratings, and it's great.
They'll never make the same amount of money, but they're getting the ratings war. They're winning that right now.
Yeah. They're winning the ratings war, and it's making racist Vince McMahon shit his pants, and it's really funny. And Cody Rhodes, did you watch any wrestling when you were a kid or anything like that? Did you watch WWE or WWF back in the day?
Oh yeah, like way back in the day. Like the Macho Man and Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior days.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So do you remember a character named Dusty Rhodes?
Yeah. The name at least.
So this Cody Rhodes is his son, right?
There's also Goldust's brother.
Who is Goldust's brother from WWF, and this Cody Rhodes is the owner, one of the owners of AEW, and so there's history. There's a lot of history with the people and stuff too. But yeah, him and Sammy are going to have a ladder match. Sammy is currently the TNT champion, and they're gonna have the interim TNT champion, and Cody Rhodes is the current TNT champion, and they're going to have a ladder match to unify the belts. So whoever wins gets to be the TNT champion.
That'll be so much fun.
And then we have Chris Jericho and Santana and Ortiz versus Daniel Garcia and 2.0 in the trios match. Wednesday's beach break.
Yep. 2.0 is like becoming my favorite heels. I love them.
Yeah, 2.0 is great.
They're so funny.
They're heels for heels' sake. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
They're just dumb. That's all it is.
So stupid. They're arrogant and just moronic. I love it.
Meatheads, if you will.
Yeah, they're total meatheads.
And then you got Red Velvet versus Layla Hirsch. Layla's becoming more a heel every day. She thinks that she's better than everybody else, and so has been tagging herself in during tag matches, and it's Red Velvet is pissed off about it. And then Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy in a lights out match. So, do you know what a lights out match is, Damon?
No.
So a lights out match is unsanctioned in wrestling biz. So which means that whoever wins, it doesn't go against. They don't get. It's not counted towards their record at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's not rated one bit. It's just lights out, right? And then
No rules.
There's no. So with that,
like exhibition match or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
A hardcore.
However, it's a hardcore exhibition match. There are no rules. Nothing's going to disqualify you. So you can use tables, ladders, chairs. You can use
rolls of barbed wire and all sorts of wild shit.
All that stuff. So, and normally lights out matches usually mean that it's going to provide a lot of color, which color in the industry means bleed. There's going to be a lot of bleeding.
Yes.
So
Can't wait.
You should, this Wednesday on TBS at 7 p.m. If you get TBS, we are not sponsored by AEW, but I really, really recommend watching these matches. This Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy is going to be fucking great. And Orange,
now, that's like normal TV, or is like wrestling on the internet these days?
For their main show, Dynamite, it's called Dynamite, is on TV on TBS.
Okay.
At 7 p.m. And then their dark matches. There are other matches that are like lower card wrestlers are on YouTube. There's a lot of YouTube matches as well.
Oh, cool.
Elevation and dark.
And this Orange Cassidy, man, you got to check him out. He's something else. He'd totally remind you of our friend Jordan Carr, where he's like the coolest dude ever. You know what I mean?
He's a comedy wrestler.
See this guy here that's on the screen to the right with the sunglasses on? That's Jordan. Orange Cassidy. And he's so cool. He's the coolest dude that he's a wrestler that doesn't wrestle. He puts his hands in his pockets and just kind of hangs out in the ring and wins matches.
Huh.
He's amazing.
It's wonderful to watch. He's just lazy and slothy and just he's a sloth wrestler, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that brings us to...
Not familiar with that style. It sounds awesome though.
So yeah, you should check out AEW. It's great. Great storytelling. Great wrestling.
Join us this Wednesday.
Join us. Yeah. Damon, you just need to jump into the Discord and you can watch it with us.
Oh yeah. What time is it? Is it on Wednesdays?
7 p.m.
7 on Wednesday.
7 on Wednesday. Okay.
You heard that sound? That means it is Fuzzy Memory Trivia time. That is when I ask the Hess a question and there is only one answer. And since there is only one answer, I give the Hess that gets the answer correct a point. And if they get the answer incorrect, they do not get a point and they do not lose a point. They just get 0. They get 0 points, right? You get 0 points. So you get a point, but it's 0. Is that right? Is that
Yeah. You put
equate?
it, if you were putting a slot, a number
0
after
would
each
go there.
answer, it's 0.
So then if you got, you don't get a negative point though.
No. Or half points.
And the because of last week's Hest, who got a positive point, it is now 3-2.
In 19 episodes.
In 19 episodes is 3-2, Damon. Are you ready? So if you get the question wrong, Damon, don't worry.
You're in the lead, so.
Damon, you're in the lead. On January 16th, 2010, Dwayne Wade... No, I already asked that question. Sometimes I ask the same question, and it's not fair because Charlie remembers.
Because I don't remember them anyway.
Who is the 2011 and 2015 NCAA balance beam champion? Speaking of Olympics, Damon.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm ashamed to say.
Give up? C-dubs.
Michelle Trachtenberg.
Incorrect. Samantha Pesic.
Oh.
C-dubs. What is the standard size of the golf ball hole?
2 inches.
Incorrect. Damon.
It's got to be like 3.75 or something.
Incorrect. 4.25 inches.
Whoa. You were close.
Damon. Which Scottish team is nicknamed the Wasps?
Oh, they're a rugby team.
Incorrect. C-dubs.
The Waspinators.
Incorrect. Aloha Athletic. C-dubs.
Yes.
Going into 2015, what MLS team had won 2 MLS Cups but never won a Supporters' Shield?
The Seattle Sounders.
Incorrect. Damon.
Oh, was it the Kansas City somethings?
Sporting KC.
Incorrect. Houston Dynamo. These are great questions this week.
Yeah, these are hard.
Damon, in 2011, the Indiana Pacers earned their first playoff berth since when?
Oh, like 1987.
Incorrect. C-dubs. Are you looking up at answers?
No. Since 1900.
Incorrect. 2006. And
Oh,
that
even the right
is our
century.
fuzzy memory trivia. We are still tied. No, 3-2.
Yes.
No, the Hess.
Yes.
Which brings us to the end of our episode. Oh god,
We did it.
I've been recording too. I'm like, oh man, I forgot to record. There was an episode,
Like,
Damon.
we got to do it all over again.
There was an episode that I looked up, and luckily I caught it before the end of the episode. But no, we are professionals. We're not just amateurs. I think. Let me know, Damon. Like, you are a professional at what you do with sound and engineering and all that. So let me know, because you get professional. Correct me if you're wrong. To be a professional at something, you just need to be paid.
Yeah.
To do it, right?
Be paid and take pride in it and do it well. You know.
Yeah.
I think you guys sound awesome. Yeah, I mean, you both have really nice microphones, and you really put some heart into the show.
Well, you being a professional audio engineer, let me know what you think of the product afterwards, okay? Okay, because this will be downloadable.
Will.
If you didn't know, this will be downloadable. The people that are listening live right now, thank you for listening. You can download this episode again if you want to re-listen to it. I listened to last week's episode, and I fell asleep to it. It was great. It was a great way to fall asleep. So
Soothing.
it kind of is. It kind of is. Like I said, it is the end of the episode. Damon, at the end of the episode, we like to ask our hosts what you have planned for the future, where you're going in life, what's your 10-year plan. Not really. Like, what's going on? How you doing?
Like, how's your 401k doing?
Yeah. Fucking shitty, right? Like everybody. Right?
I just sort of took a kick in the knees today. I haven't even checked.
Doesn't matter.
No, I've really just been enjoying taking opportunities just to learn new things and absorb all the knowledge I can. So
That's good.
It's been pretty cool lately.
Well, we need to hang out more. We need that. This Discord thing. This is the way to do it, in my mind. Unless if you have a better way to do it.
No, this is great. I think I gotta figure out what ports to open up in the firewall. But other than that, I think Discord is really the way to go.
Yeah, it's been great to have you back, man. Have you back. So
yeah, this was really cool. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, it was wonderful having you on.
C-Dubs, what do you have going on this next week? We only have a couple more weeks left.
Yeah, I've got inventory and big, beach break. I'm hoping that I can buy my karaoke machine soon and get good doing karaoke.
That'll be fun.
How about you, Fuzz?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'll probably just keep on doing the fuzzy stuff and the fuzzy things. And if I go outside, I'm still going to put on a mask, even though I'm vaxxed.
FuzzJockRadio.
Just because me, D-Lo, and Ant had some numbers don't mean anything. This is not about 3 people and another 12 or people everyone wants to talk about. No, we're all 15. We're a family. We say we're a family. We come in huddle and talk like we're a family. So.
And shove it right up your ass! I don't run from demons, I just beat the shit out of them.
Air and